Hi everybody, this is Satish Kumar, MBA, MCOM, MPhil. Now I'm going to see consumer behavior. So what is consumer behavior? Before that, we have to know what is consumer or who is a consumer. So consumer who consumes the product is called as a consumer. That person consuming or using the product. Consumer is different from customer. Customer means customer is a person who buys a product. For example, if your father buy ice creams for you, and you are consuming, you are eating that ice cream. In the sense, your father is a customer for that shop owner, and you are the consumer for that shop owner. Here, consumer behavior. Consumer behavior is the study of individuals, groups, or organizations and all the activities associated with the purchase, use, and disposal of goods and services, including the consumer's emotional, mental, and behavioral responses that precede or follow these activities. So here they are saying consumer behavior. It is a study. It is a study of individual or a group of persons or an organization with related to purchase or disposal of goods and services. So on the next slide, we should see the some basic assumptions. Some assumptions in the sense uh, we should know the something expect from the consumer. So, and the first one is consumers are constrained by their income limit. So, therefore, they cannot afford to satisfy all their needs. So, they are the constrained their income limit. For example, some person's income is more, some person's income is normal or moderate, some person income is very low. In the sense, we have to study or understand those kind of customers or consumers. And the next one is consumers wants are broad. Every man having a wants. In consumers wants are very broad. For example, if it one want full fish means another want arises. So it is a continuous process. And the next one is consumer behave rationally and efficiently in maximizing their own satisfaction. They mainly focus on to maximize their own satisfaction. So everyone needs their own satisfaction. And the next one is utility. Utility in the sense, utility is the benefit you get from consuming goods and services you buy. So, for example, if you buy a bike, so and you are using more and more, you are utilizing till it will get repaired. So, in the sense of utility, so benefit which you get from the goods. And the next one is measurement of utility. Util is a unit by which utility is measured. So util is a measurement unit. Initial utility is the utility derived from the consumption of its first unit. So initial utility in the sense, so when you consuming the product, when you consuming the first product, for example, you have four apples. So that time you are so hungry, you are taking first apple in the that is initial utility. So it and again you are eating next apple, so your utility level is you will reduce, and you are next you take a third apple and the third one. So in the time your consumption level is something quite low as first two. In the last apple, your utility level is very low. You just eat very low part only, and you are wasting many of the resources. Here is some chart. Total utility number of units is 1. The total utility point is 10, and the marginal utility point also 10. Average utility is also 10. And you are taking second unit means the total utility is 18 only. because the marginal utility is 8. Sorry. And the average utility is 9. So next on the you are taking third unit, total utility is 24, the marginal utility is 6, and the average utility is 8. So here what they say is means the increase in the number of units will decrease in the marginal utility and the average utility. The next is types of marginal utilities are positive marginal utility, zero marginal utility, negative marginal utility. So the law of diminishing marginal utility is the marginal utility of any goods declines as the amount of the goods consumed increases. So this is the positive marginal utility. So the law of diminishing utility says me what means marginal utility of any goods declines as the amount of good consumed increases. When the goods consumed increases means the marginal utility will declines. This is the positive marginal utility will tell. And total utility increases to a maximum point as the marginal utility declines to 0. So if the total utility increases to at maximum point level, you reach the maximum point level, so it will decline as a 0, decline to 0. The next one is forms of utility: natural utility, farm utility, place utility, time utility, service utility. And the next one is the choice for the consumer optimization. Maximum satisfaction is attained if a person's satisfaction is maximum attained means when the ratio of marginal utility to price is the same for all goods. So it is the same for all. That is, we maximize our utility when the last dollar that we spend on for each commodity that we buy gives us the with the same increase in satisfaction. So that is consumer equilibrium. Here some of this, then approaches to consumer behavior. First one is a marginal utility analysis. In marginal or a cardinal utility analysis. In marginal utility analysis, and the first one is law of diminishing marginal utility. It states that as consumer consumes more and more units of a commodity, the additional utility derived keeps on diminishing. So if you are takes more and more unit means the your utility level will diminishing. This one says the law of diminishing marginal utility. And the next one is law of equi marginal utility or equity marginal utility. So consumer is said to be in equilibrium when he secures a maximum utility or satisfaction out of his expenditure. Says a consumer gets maximum satisfaction when the ratio of marginal utilities of all commodities and their prices is equal. So the prices are equal for a commodity means the marginal utility will maximize the satisfaction. And the next one is indifference curve analysis. Indifference curve in the sense means an indifference curve is a curve which represent different combination of two goods. So if you are having two goods, so it represents the different combination which give consumer equal level of satisfaction. The consumer is indifferent between these combinations as all combinations yield equal satisfaction. So for example, product X and Y, here is the diagram. So these are all the indifference curve properties. One is it will goes negative slope. It represents negative slope, and indifference curves are always convex to the origin. High indifference curve represents higher level of satisfaction. Two indifference curve can never cut each other. Indifference curve neither touch x-axis or y-axis. They can neither touch the both the axis. For example, x and y axis. Indifference curve need not be parallel to each other, and also they are not parallel to each other. So thank you.